Let's talk live stream.
Good evening, everybody.
How is that? I hope everybody is well on this fine Monday. It's not rained today. Well, down here it hasn't rained, but I hope your week has started really well and continue to be prosperous and improve as the week goes on. Yeah. So welcome.
Welcome, everyone.
So who have we got today?
Well, today we're talking accountancy. We have got the director of one of the best I've seen anyway, and I really rate them. Is Accounts Navigator and Associates. It's really great. So we have got Andrea L. Richards, who is going to be talking to us about her firm that she created and the work that she does, and dispel some of the myths of what accountants do and don't do.
Yeah, exactly. So without further ado, let's welcome Ms. Andrea L. Richards from Accounts Navigator and Associates. Hi, my darling.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're looking really well anyway. I'm going to keep saying it because you look fantastic.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Thank you very much for agreeing to come on today. Obviously this has been a little while in coming, but it's lovely to have you with us.
She did actually have a go at us because she's one of our first people, our first members, and we had not called, and we said when we are ready. And I think today we said, you know what, we're ready.
Yeah. So
let us all do this. And it's been a little while that we tried to work it out.
Exactly.
And we found the appropriate date for us all. So welcome to Black Business Recommendation.
Glad to be here, finally.
Finally.
You hear that? She has to start already. Right?
No, but you know what? You obviously, Andrea, that we're just trying to spread the good word of all the fantastic businesses that we have out there. And we keep telling everybody, and I'll say it again, I hope you've all got your notepad and pens handy, all right? Because we are shining a light on the fantastic businesses that we do have within our own community. Yeah. And one of the best is here with us, which is Andrea and her company. She and her associates are one of the best in their field. And quite literally, they're going to bust all your ideas or the old ideas that you may have of accountancy. Wide open. Okay. So she is more your sort of 21st century, but obviously keeping intact that, the hardcore, well-known stuff that everybody would know. But her company comes with all the added bonuses and extras as well that could enhance your business. So, Andrea, as I said, you know what I mean? It's a pleasure to have you. And I'm going to let you start because I'll just get carried away.
Yeah, she will. She'll talk all day to you and forget that, we have an audience. So, so I would say the first question is, who are you and where are you from?
Okay, so I'm Andrea L. Richards. I'm originally from Manchester, but from secondary school I studied here in London, and my practice is currently based in Waltham Abbey, Essex.
Okay, right. So where were you educated?
Okay, so I did all my secondary school in London, in North London, actually, and but I did my accountancy studies at the Guildhall University, Central London. So.
Oh, okay. Now I can hear a little bit of the accent coming out now.
It came out a little bit.
Yeah, earlier I did not recognize it, but now when you says London,
yes,
it does come out.
Yeah. So originally from Manchester, and that my mum came to London, and I followed her, and I did my secondary education here in London. So
okay,
but it's easy. The accent just comes and goes as and when, but I'm a Londoner, really.
So what was the reason for starting your business, and have you had other businesses?
No, so Accounts Navigator Associates has been my business. 18 years ago, I was made redundant, and I decided at that point that I was going to, rather than work for one man and dependent on one man to pay my wage, that I was going to work for several people, so that if anyone made me redundant again, I still had other businesses that could pay me so that I could pay my mortgage. So I set up Accounts Navigator Associates, and I got 5 one-day freelancer jobs, and encouraged those businesses, rather than put me on their payroll, that I wanted to do it for myself. And I invoice them. They would save an employer's NI. And they, invoice them, they pay me, and that's how my business grew. So initially, I got myself 5 one-day jobs with some
wow, 5 one-day jobs.
Yeah, so 1 day a week.
Okay, so
that's a different way.
Yeah,
that's a different approach.
Yeah. The point of that was, like I said, that if anyone made me redundant again, or I lost that job, I'd still have 4 jobs. Yeah, I could still pay my mortgage at the end of the month.
I like your thinking. I like your thinking.
That's really good thinking. Yeah,
that's how the business started. And then what I learned was, with small business, they all know lots of other small businesses, and literally they were constantly referring me to other small businesses. Oh, we've got a great accountant. Oh, we've got a great financial controller. Oh, we've got a great bookkeeper. And my name just spread around, and I ended up with loads of clients. And
so that's how you gained your clients, and the identity that people saw what you were doing. So that's how you gained your clients. Mm-hmm. Are you still doing the same thing?
Well, literally, there is a lot of referral. Like, a lot of people, I get a lot of my business through referrals, and but we also do a lot of marketing as well, and that to gain the type of clients that we want. So
right. So
yeah, no, that's good. So in terms of the reason, how did you, or how do you identify your clients and your new markets?
Okay, so literally, I mean, I've been in this business 18 years. I've had my business for 18 years. And because of that, when you first start, you work for everybody and anybody. And that you want to build up your clientele. And then you get to a stage where you get your preferred type of clients. And we do have preferred clients based on things like, they listen to you because they're not interested in accounts, so they'll just listen and do as they're told. And that we like them type of clients.
I can see why you prefer them.
This is what you do. This is what you get. That's it. Okay.
And literally, and it works, Yeah. And then we've got a specific. So we've currently got 3 different niches that we really like to work with, and those are entertainers, property, and tradesmen, artisan clients. Those are the people that we like to work with, based on history of them listening to us, following our advice, and just enjoying working with them type of people. And that's those are our third clientele. But we work with any entrepreneur that wants to grow their business. That's what's important to us, growth. So anyone that wants to grow their business, that's the type of client we like to work with.
Right. Okay. And so was that? It must be purposeful that you picked those 3 particular markets. Have you expanded that, or have you said, right, okay, that is the preferred, and that's what that's what we would like to stick to based on what you just said? Right. Or can that be extended to other industries?
Literally, we will work with anybody that wants growth. The reason we've chose those specific, so about 2.5 years ago, me and my office manager did a marketing course. And what we learned in that marketing course is, when you're doing marketing, that if you can't market to everybody at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So pick specific categories, niches that you want to work with, and market to them. Yeah. Doesn't stop you from working with anybody else. But if you want a specific type of client, then you need to niche yourself and market to those clients. But it doesn't stop you from working with anybody else. Those are our preferred clientele, but we have everybody on our books that wants to grow. And that when we do our marketing, we specifically market to property investors because we're good at that. I have a good history in that, and my team are good at working with them type of clients. We deal with the tradesmen because a lot of them are CIS. They get tax refunds. It's easy to get paid from these people.
Just explain CIS, just for people that might think.
Industry scheme. So literally with CIS clients, they're paying tax throughout the year, 20% of their turnover, but not taking into consideration any expenses or overheads, and so they end up with rebates. So because they get a rebate, we get that in really quickly for them.
Yes.
Our money really quickly, and then send it back off to the clients.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a good client to work with because one, they're not interested in paperwork. They do not want to do their accounts at all. So literally they're quite happy to hand everything over to us and just get it done. And that's why we like working with them. And entertainers, we fell into the entertainment bracket because one of the accountants here has a lot of friends in the grime industry, and so we ended up with a lot of those boys on our books, and then that led on to having comedians, and other entertainers and stuff, and so that side of our business has grown as well, and we like that.
Good.
That
is very good, because obviously within that particular industry, as you said there, in that music genre or area, it's really good because clearly the director's side of it, the videoing side of it, they've got sorted out.
A lot of things to handle.
It's very good that
to hand over that particular work aspect of the business.
And looking at, you know what I mean, you supporting them in that side as to how to handle that particular area.
Yeah, with that type of, I mean, because they're creatives, they're not interested really in the business element of that, and so we look after that. Yeah, along with their management team, we'll work with them and help their business grow, and that because they're just
that's really good, because before, you know, some entertainers, you know, they didn't think of that until the last moment. So to actually have that in the process of their development there, or developing their music genre, that's a really good idea.
Exactly.
So may I ask you then, in that case, what do you think, or what do you believe is the unique, what is unique about your business in your field?
Okay, so it all goes back to the fact that I come from industry. So a lot of accountants come from practice, so they've always worked in a practice like what I have now, and so they're used to doing year ends and tax. My industry, when I worked in industry, I worked in investment management and for solicitors law firms, and I was always their management accountant, financial controller. And my job was always about building the business from within and growing their business rather than just concentrating on tax. So literally, when I set up my business, that's what I did. Every client that came with me had to have a set of management accounts. Well, we're going to grow their business, because that's all I knew. You know, the tax side of things was an offside of what I had to do, and that. But my main focus was always on growing the business through their management accounts and looking at their and seeing how to progress their business that way. And so rather than just being your typical accountant that just does your year-end taxes, and that, for us, it's always about growing the business. And so for us, it's important to know your business, have a great understanding of your business. We like to class ourselves like your accounts department. We're next door to you. We expect you to call us on anything finance, pick up the phone, talk to you there and then. There's no, you know, oh, can't talk to you today, we're not working on your account. That doesn't happen in our business. We're always available. We're always going to talk to you. We're going to give you as much advice as possible, and to help you grow. My philosophy is, if you grow, I grow. And that's how it works.
So from the initial start of you being the sole trader per se, what is the structure of your team like now that you're now growing, or grown, shall we say?
So in 2003, it was me, and I was limited straight away, by the way, because I knew that was better for me, because I was going to make money. Yes, I was going to take it. So in 2003, I set up, and for the first 11 years, it was just me, and I ended up doing 18-hour days, 7 days a week. It was a struggle.
No, wait. Say that slowly. Say that slowly, because many people think starting business is what you start today, pay cash tomorrow.
No, definitely not. Yeah, so literally, like I said, I had the 5 jobs, and then they were recommending me to others. So I was taking on more jobs. Then I'm working nights, I'm working evenings, I'm working weekends, I'm working 18-hour days, 7 days a week. That's what I was doing when I started my business, and I did that for 11 years solid. Wow.
On your own?
Yeah, on my own.
Wow.
With no help, and I did that at a detriment to myself, because if I'd taken on somebody sooner, which I did after 11 years, and they offered me the 40 hours as a paid employee, and that it gave me the opportunity to expand my business, because then I was working in it, I could work on it. And so that was really important. After the 11th year, I took on my first employee, and they helped me build my business, and we grew from there. So now we're currently got there's 9 of us here, so 8 of them in the office and me in here.
Oh, well done. Fantastic.
Well done.
That is a testament to just, year in, just keep on plodding away and getting your groundwork right and building yourself. And I'm sure, where it comes to your customer service anyway, and so on, and making sure all those different elements that you're giving your clients are top class, hence why you're getting all of those lovely referrals, and you have a business ethos as well.
But it's also about the teamwork, because certain people been on holiday and just recently come back, and their team, right? Yeah. And she has a team who just get on with the business.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like she's missing. To a certain point, they're telling her, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't need to call us.
Exactly. But that's a testament to you that you've grown your business
proper management,
so that you do not have to worry about your business when you are, you take a moment away from it.
Yeah. No, I'm at the stage in my business now where my team literally take care of the day-to-day of my business. I don't actually do any tax work myself anymore, and it's been like that for the last 4.5 years. So the team are my business. You recently asked a question who on your Facebook about something about what makes a business, and my answer was a reliable and solid team, because that's what makes my business. Because of the 8 people in that other room who get on with my day-to-day, look after all my clients, and that to the standards that I've taught them and told them to do, and that they are literally spot on. I don't have to do any work here, and I don't literally have to be here, because my team are that solid, and that they know.
You know what? Sorry,
that's really good.
Sorry, one of the things that you said is that you've taught them, so you initiated them through the process of what you do, so that they cover every aspect of what you need to be done. So that is great management skills. That is something that people have to start recognizing. Get your team and do the right thing by training them to do what is required.
Yeah, I mean, we have systems and processes in our business. So, if one of the team was to leave, we could employ someone. As long as they follow our systems and processes, we're going to run a smooth machine. It's not going to be no problems.
Yeah. So that's key, really. You've invested in your staff, who are now investing in you and your business. Really.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So you brought everybody along. Yeah, you brought your whole team along with you, and they've got a vested interest in the business. That's, I suppose, one of the lessons. You know what I mean? That's perhaps somebody would take away from this.
Please, your notepads and pens. Remember, keep on telling you, your notepads and pens. Now, the next question is the areas of accountancy that you do. What areas do you cover, or your specialism within? What are the areas that you specialize in?
So Accounts Navigator Associates does everything other than audit. We don't do audit. It's a boring job. I hate it. It was never something that I ever wanted to do when I did my training. So it's not something I've carried through. So I am not licensed to audit, and so we don't do audit. But literally, we cover everything. So if somebody needs their tax returns doing, we will do it. If somebody needs a business plan, we will help them develop that. Our main focus, though, is always about growing your business. So we have a system of providing management accounts so that a client can understand the figures within their business so that they can grow their business from that. And that my background prior to going into practice was investment management and solicitor law firm, and that's what I did. And so management accounting to me is very important. A business, I feel, can't really function in growth if they don't have that information in front of them. You need to know what your money's doing. Yeah, and unless you know what it's doing, you can't grow your business. You need to understand those figures on the pieces of paper that your accountant gives you. Yeah, we give you a profit and loss. A lot of people don't even look at it because they don't really understand what's on there.
Yeah,
ours, the basis of ours, we're in communication with all our clients all the time, and we're talking them through it, making them understand what is there. Yeah, making them make the right decisions based on the figures that we can see in front of us. And for us, that is our speciality, management accounts to help you grow your business.
Okay, so with that being said, I recently wrote a couple of notes in which I wrote something in line of what are the kind of support that you give to businesses. I'll just ask you a few of the questions, but if you can, just give me a brief synopsis of what that would mean in terms of how you deliver that service. Is that okay?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Do you help in launching and help launching new businesses?
Okay, so I always say to clients that come to me at the very beginning, you've come at the right time. Yeah, I can't help you after your first year end's done because you've done that year. We can't change anything. I can't guide you. I can't teach you. Yeah, so we always like people to come at the very beginning of their journey so that we can do the right structure at the beginning, and that includes setting up your business. Yeah, getting the right structure correct so that so you're tax efficient in the long run, and then just building you up so you're doing the right things from the very beginning. So we always, we like clients that do that.
Okay. What about help with business strategies?
Okay, so any business that wants to grow needs to have a strategy in place. Yeah, and so we're always here to help them do things like that, definitely. And so based on what you're doing, we would help you. For us, we always say write a business plan. Yeah, follow through on your business plan, update your business plan, and that becomes your strategy in the long run.
Okay. What about managing your debts? You see, I've got a long list, but I really, because what we're doing is we want people to understand
as to what modern
you
day
as an accountant does rather than just tax. Yeah. So,
and that
managing debt.
Yeah, so we have a surface where we make people do budgets, so that they can see where the money is going to be spent, so that you can help manage your debt, plug things in that need to be paid first, and continue this down. So building a strategy for you to pay your debts off if you have debts, and that so that you can move forward with any business goals or whatever you have in the long run.
Good. Dealing with unpaid invoices, the bane of most businesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so credit control. So literally my team do credit control for the clients. Yeah, so we get a better response, and that with credit control, it has to be consistent. Yeah, if your payment terms have passed, you need to chase your client immediately. Yeah, to let them know that they've not paid, and then find out when they're going to make the payment. If that payment date doesn't come, you need to follow that up again, and that my team will do all that for my client.
Okay. Wow. So
really
I still got a few more.
No, that's really good.
Write a plan. Yeah. Write a pitch for your loan applications.
So if anyone's want to go and apply for a loan, do you help with that?
So the business plans that we write are for finance. So basically to get financial loans and that. Okay. So if you write a good business plan with the right cash flow and stuff included and stuff, then you should be able to get your loan with the business plans that we generate. And that we use outside sources for that as well.
Okay, right.
Especially.
Do you help with identifying what someone needs in terms of staffing?
Okay, so we wouldn't do recruitment, but if we, for instance, if for us, we have a thing that if we're your accountants, you're not busy doing that. Yeah, you're not doing accounts. Okay. Yeah, so you can concentrate on what you want to do, and that to grow your business. And therefore, if you need to hire staff, then you can hire staff in the areas that you need. But for us, it would be we're basing our knowledge on what we know. We're accountants, so we're going to do anything accounting for you, and that so you wouldn't need to worry. We'd leave you to concentrate on your business to develop your own.
Have a clearer focus on the one thing. Yeah.
So here's my old school question then. What is cloud? What is cloud-based accounting software? What is that?
Okay, so
I always thought an accountant is an accountant. Go to your accountant.
The one person, exactly.
But it's me, so I'm old school. I'm still typing in one thumb.
Right, back in the day, you did it in a Kalamazoo book. Yeah, you wrote down all your bookkeeping. Yeah, then we've developed onto spreadsheets. So we start putting our figures into the spreadsheets now on computers. Then we got desktop accounting, and Sage was the big one at the time. Yeah, so everyone could plug into Sage and start putting all their bookkeeping into Sage. Now we have cloud accounting, where all the information sits in the cloud. And literally you can access your accounts anywhere in the world as long as you have an internet connection and that. And so they call that cloud accounting. And that's software that's in the cloud. Pardon?
Is that secure?
Oh, definitely. Well? Yeah. Definitely.
so my money's not going nowhere.
No. Base cloud accounting just gives you the able to access your accounts anywhere in the world, wherever you are, as long as you've got an internet connection. If you've got an internet connection, you should be able to log into your accounting system and do cloud account and use your cloud accounting package.
Okay, so and then you'll be able to access and see exactly what's going on.
I'm only going to ask you one more, which is about the stocks. Yeah, helping managing stock, because I know a lot of businesses, they have their stock and it's one over there, one down at Wrigley Road, one in Peckham, you know, and nobody know nothing. So do you help, you know, a business look at managing how they manage their stock?
Okay, so a lot of accounting packages have stock part of their software, which will help you manage that. But then a lot of companies, depending on the size of the business, might want their own special stock inventory software, and that which then can usually plug in to your accounting package anyway. And so yes, we can help with that, and we've done that for a few clients.
Oh, that's really good.
Thank you very much for answering those.
For for any business really that might be watching this, you know, they can see the extensive packages and services that you offer, which is completely different from what some people might imagine what accountancy or account management is. So anybody out there thinking, well, I need help with certain aspects in regards to the financial side or how I can get moving, there you go. The ladies in front of you, her and her team, her business and her team, would be more than happy to guide you. So I've got a telephone number here, Andrea. I mean, obviously, we will be sharing details later on, and it's tell me if this is the correct one for anybody that wants to get in contact.
Okay, so that's our office number, and someone will be available to answer that between 8:30 and 5:30 every day.
Wonderful.
Not Saturday and Sunday.
Not Saturday and Sunday, but every work day, Monday to Friday. That's the office number. Yeah.
Excellent.
So can we leave that on there for a little while?
Yes.
Because people can take notes. Yeah. And one thing for sure, when you are getting in touch, let Andrea and her team know that coded BBR, so that they know who has been in touch with us.
Yes, indeed. I should put that up. So once I do that,
you got that? Yeah. Okay. So you're going to post it. Okay. So the next question was, what does a business need to put in place before hiring you? And we did speak about having their own business plan. Is that the sum total or anything else?
Right, for me, having a business plan, over the years, 18 years in business, having a business plan enables you to follow through on what your initial plan was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for me, any client that comes through with a business plan are more likely to become successful. They're going to follow through on what they've planned, and business plans should be updated on a regular basis, and that because things change. Your direction within your business might change, and so I always say do a business plan, but just keep it up to date all the time. You can change at any point, change your cash flow forecast, change all your anything that's on there, but follow it through, because those with business plans seem to work more than those that just keeping it up there in their head. And that write down your business plan.
Would you say that updating your business plan every 2-3 months, or as and when?
As and when you feel it needs to be changed, and that I mean, so usually when you do a business plan, you then got cash flow forecast for the first 12 months, then the next 3 years and stuff. So you might want to change it every year, just update it whenever it needs changing, then just change it. And that if the business is going in a slightly different direction, put put that on paper in your business plan and follow it through. You know, do all your market research, follow your strategies, and everything should work out.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I think we need to look at our business.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. As maybe one or two others.
We are naturally, you know, we are learning as much as our members are learning, and so that's what we're trying to do, is impart that information and knowledge so that everybody learns together. Let's do better together. So the next question is, do you have a process of monitoring your clients' progress?
Okay, so like I said, because management account is our thing and it's always about business growth, we insist on all clients having management account meetings with us. So mainly quarterly for the smaller clients, and that they will have a management account meeting where we'll prepare profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow forecast, debtors and creditors listing, or any other reporting that's required for their business. And their accountant will go through it with them, make sure that they understand what's going on. And then
wait. 1 minute, you said their accountant. So do you give them, each of your clients, an accountant, someone specifically?
Right. Everybody is assigned their personal tax consultant, their accountant, and so in the main office we have a team of them, and literally you assign that client. That's the person we always ask for if you call up. They're the ones that are going to answer all your questions. They're the ones that know your business. And that, you know, because you're talking to them all the time. And so on a quarterly basis, some of our clients have it monthly, and that the bigger clients do monthly management accounts, and we've got one client doing weekly management accounts. But literally in your management account meeting, with the reports that we've given you, we're going to discuss, you know, ways to move forward and what we're going to be doing next for that next quarter. So we're always following up on where we're going next, to help your business grow. So it's in those management account meetings where you're going to, you know, work out what you're going to be doing next, and where we're following up. You know, you're going to be accountable based on what we said in that last meeting. When you get to your next quarter's meeting, followed through on everything that was dealt with then. And that's
that's really good.
So
that's really good.
In terms of bookkeeping service, do you provide that?
Right. Okay.
Is bookkeeping still a thing?
Because, you know,
I have a set of accounts without no bookkeeping. You can't have a set of accounts without bookkeeping. The bookkeepers in my office.
My Excel? Wait, my Excel sheet.
You need to do your bookkeeping. So the bookkeepers we have, they're qualified. They know what they're doing, and we insist with most of our clients that we do their bookkeeping. If a client comes to us and says to us, "Oh, we've got our own bookkeeper," my question is, are they qualified? Do they know what they're doing? Because bookkeeping is more than data input, and a lot of people just think it's just putting the data through. Bookkeeping is so essential to make sure that you pay the right tax in the long run. You know, if you code things incorrectly, you could end up paying more tax at the end of the year. And that, so for us, it's important that bookkeeping is done correctly. So we pretty much insist that all the clients that come our way, that we actually do their bookkeeping for them, and that's make sure it's correct.
I think Lorraine. Okay.
Just batting away something. It's okay. Took my attention.
So my next question then is, this is me going real old school again, right? I've got a whole set of receipts in my box.
Is that a thing? Because obviously they say to you, keep your receipts, keep all of your receipts.
So do I drive down to bring it to you? My box of receipts.
We're paperless here. So we're a paperless office, and we like our clients to upload their receipts via a system called DEXT, which we currently use, DEXT. And so basically you either take a picture of your receipts, or you send, we give you an email address where you forward email PDF copies of your receipts and supplier invoices, and we do your bookkeeping from that information. So it's digitalized at our end. We don't physically need the paper. The benefit of that also is that HMRC say that you have to keep your receipts for 6 years. if you're doing it through Dext or something like that, then it holds it in the cloud for you, and HMRC are quite happy to accept that as the original receipt. So you don't need to keep the paper anymore. So all our
repeat that. So HMRC agree, because it's in Dext and it's in the cloud, right? That you don't need to keep the paper.
Don't need to keep the paper as long as it's held in Dext, in a cloud system. They're quite happy to accept that PDF copy that you've scanned over and that as the original, and they're happy with that.
Okay, right. Good to know.
So being paperless and that, we always all our clients have to send their paperwork through that way rather than sending us paper and that. Back in the day,
do you accept them as they come in, or do you say to them, okay, you can send them through to us 3 times a week, or every day, or every time you get one, or you get
our recommendation with anybody is that when you get a receipt, take the picture. It's done. Then we've got it. As soon as you've bought something, take a picture, upload it. It's done. Yeah, we send you an app where you can literally just take a picture, and that's your job done. We've now got it. Yeah. And so you don't need to worry about it, because we're going to do your bookkeeping from it. Yeah.
Excellent. So I mean, I know there are some people that are going to think, do you know what? I can hear what Andrea is saying. I take a picture of the receipt and I upload it. But just in case, I want to keep the original. You know what I mean? Is it necessary? If anything did happen, would it be still a problem at all for any business if they did upload it to to this management system, and you threw away the original? Would anything happen? God forbid anything did, that they would say, right, actually we do need to see the paper copy.
I tell my clients, once you've uploaded it to us, you can throw it away.
Right.
Yeah, literally. So
it doesn't matter if the cloud passes and it starts to rain. You can still throw it away.
The cloud is not going to break. Yeah, I mean, cloud systems.
Listen, I'm sure there's going to be loads of people will be thinking that way. You know what I mean? Some people are still not happy about all this cloud-based stuff and information there. So it's just really, setting their mind at rest. That they can work that way. It's easier, it's quicker, and you can do it from anywhere.
Yeah. By speaking jest, people recognize, when they hear it, they may hear the laughter, but they also see the serious side of the question, and you've answered it appropriately. So thank you.
And hence why I stated you're the 21st century.
We tried to modernize. I mean, we were blessed with the pandemic on the basis that we had a lot of clients that wasn't sure about it, and they didn't want to upload nothing. They'd rather just send it to us. And that when the pandemic came, there was no other way of getting their paperwork. And so it was at that point I was able to get everybody on the software, and everybody delivers their paperwork that way now, which is helpful for everybody, because like I said, we've got it. It's in the cloud. We've got a copy of the receipts. You can send them at any time. And now we have a client who literally, she waits until her management accounts are done before she gets her receipts herself. And that, because she's still kind of old school, and so she wants to keep the paper. But once we've done that work and she knows that we've had those receipts and it's in her management account, she's quite happy to get rid of them after that. But
that would be me. That would be me.
That's an option for people. That is an option for people.
Yeah.
If they want to keep them, but it's not really necessary in this day and age.
Yeah.
Once you've uploaded it should be fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you for busting that other myth as well. What areas of the accounting, or what areas of accounting management do you enjoy doing?
You know that you don't need to now. So the question is,
so
what is the one that you brush people aside for you to do, because that's what you enjoy doing?
Or should we ask the team that question?
No, you know what? I literally don't work on any of my clients anymore, but if I did, it would be the entertainers.
Really? Okay. So that's that side.
And you take your laptop and you go to the concert, yeah.
That kind of thing there, yeah.
It's the perks. It's the perks.
Okay, and I mean, how has
your business developed since its inception? I mean, we've spoken about that, but now that you can literally go away and leave your team, what do you think has been the main thing about that? I know you've done the training,
not the staffing, but your business itself.
Your business itself.
Okay, so I mean, like, my business can function without me at this day, at this time, and it has been 18 years in. So, 18 years in, your business should be able to function without you. Yeah. So, my staff are my asset in this business. I mean, you say not your staff, but it is my staff that are the asset in this business. They're all qualified to do what they do, and they run it for me, literally. I mean, I've just come back from holiday. I was away for 2 weeks, and I don't need to contact them for anything. They can take care of everything. So my team are my asset in my business. So
wow.
Say that again, because anybody, I mean, we're not, trying to preach to everybody, and some people may know this already, but it's for those that may not, and that is important what you just said there. Looking after your team. Your team is your asset.
Yeah, they're my asset in my business, without a doubt. Not the computers, not the software, the team that's in there. Because literally, I don't need to be here, and I know that my team are taking care of everything. Yeah.
Okay. So that being said, now, what is the ethos of your business?
Okay. So for us, it's definitely about the client communication. What is my strapline? My strapline is navigating you to financial success, putting the clients first to enable change of business via business development and growth. And so for us, it's always about having good communication with our clients, to help them grow their businesses. And for us, it's always about the client. And that I always say, I'll say this on the down low, but I work for my clients. Not specifically for HMRC. I work for my clients. And for us, it's about building them as a business. My ethos has always been, if they grow, I grow. The bigger they get, the bigger I'm going to get. So that's how I see it. And so that's how we've always delivered our business ethos. Definitely.
How are you able to, I mean, you may have answered this already in a different way, but how are you able to navigate the different requirements for each business is, you know what I mean? With the team that you have, sometimes I suppose some are really demanding in terms of what they require. How is that? How do you kind of manage that?
Okay, so like I said, because the team's there, everybody has their role, and like the tax accountants, their job is to service the client liaison. So they'll do year ends, and they'll do part of the management account. So they'll have the meetings with the client. They're always talking to the client. We have the bookkeepers. So the bookkeepers are doing the day-to-day bookkeeping and that. So that's always kept up to date. We then have a payroller. Her job is to do payroll for all our clients. And so they're busy doing what they do. So everybody has their role. And as a team, they work together and that. So when we get a new client, every client is bespoke priced. I discuss with the client, what is it they want? What is it their expectations are? And we build a quotation proposal based on that, and we will deliver to them what's needed. The team know what's needed because they've got that proposal in front of them. They introduce themselves to the client, and then each of them will do their role, their job for that specific client as and when it comes up. We have systems in place here, so everything's timed. We should never be late because we're constantly chasing you for your stuff because we know when things need to be delivered and stuff. So it just works. Everybody has their job and their role, and they all function doing that. And because they're such a great team together, it just works.
So there's clear outlines, and everybody knows exactly what their what their roles are within that. That's really good to know.
So this is just a side question. Do you have management meetings? Like, how regularly do you as a team meet to discuss your clients as a team, not just your clients, my clients' needs or whatever, but the whole team?
Every Monday morning, 10 o'clock, we have a staff meeting. We discuss all clients that we're working on currently. And we do that every Monday. So we're always everybody between us will know what we do. We plan our week. And that's from that meeting, what we need to get done by the end of the week, making sure that all the deadlines are going to be met and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
And the last one from me, how do you promote your business? How do you promote yourself, Andrea, and your business? How do you champion yourself?
No beating pictures. No beating pictures with the rum.
Rate any of them on my socials. No, I'm literally on all social media and my office manager and the administrator and myself, we update our social media daily. And that's so we're constantly promoting ourselves that way. I miss networking. I used to do a lot of networking and that, and I can't wait for face-to-face networking to come back and that, because I got a lot of business that way as well. And that face-to-face networking, just talking to people and that. So that is how my marketing's done. We're on LinkedIn a lot. We're talking to people from different industries all the time on LinkedIn. Our Instagram is updated daily, our Facebook page is updated daily, and so we're always trying to give out information to people so that they know what we can do for them, and that so that whenever they do need that accountant, they come to us, they choose us.
So they're able to access you from all of these.
We're on all of the socials.
So you see, on top of that, now you've got a new person, a new group who are there supporting you. So we'll be promoting your business to let people know that we know of a company that can support them in the development of their accountancy. So they need to actually get on board. So as we say here, code BBR and get in touch. Because Andrea can do it for you.
And we as I said, we're not saying Andrea's the only one.
Not the only one.
Saying she's the only one. And what we're doing is highlighting and myth busting a lot of people thinking that we're not perhaps in these areas and being very successful and being able to draw clients from everywhere. So that's what we want to celebrate, talk about. Now you know the person behind the business. Do you know what I mean? If, as we like to say, if your spirit takes to her already, then get in contact with them,
And you know what? It's a beautiful team, because numerous times that I've called and whoever picks up the phone, they're so supportive and, they're helpful and they'll try to do the best that they can and, support me so that I don't even need to speak to Andrea. So it goes to show you that the team are very professional and they're very polite, so
just really one thing. As we've been speaking, one or two people have put a couple of questions in. I don't know whether or not you feel okay to perhaps have a look at one or two. Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Let's whether or not you're in a position to answer these. So let's have a look. Do you have an exhaustive list of what expenses you can put through your business? I.e., if I went on a weekend holiday with my kids but needed to do some work whilst there, could I claim for the time I worked? If so, what would I claim for that work in?
That time during work.
Okay, so literally we have a brochure that we've developed called our Overheads and Expenses brochure. And literally anybody that contacts us, all we want from you is your details, and then we will send you our Overheads and Expenses brochure. And that, so if you go on our website, literally it will give you detail. You can book a discovery call with one of the senior accountants, and on that they will then send you a pack which includes the discovery overheads and expenses brochure, and that which will give you an insight and can answer that question for you really clearly.
Excellent. Lovely. And then another one.
Tell them that you're calling from the BBR, so that everybody knows. We want to support, but we want to know how many people are coming in through us so that we can actually identify and support even further.
Yeah, exactly. And another one that's just kind of, is it true that if you put through your expenditure, I pay less on my corporate tax? There are times when I don't need to spend more per month. I don't know if you're in a position to answer that.
No. So literally, your corporation tax is calculated based on your profits. So obviously, if you have your income, your turnover, your sales, the more expenditure you have will lower your profits, which means the less tax that you're going to pay. Yeah. So if you have expenses, put them through. They need to be put through. The more expenses you have is going to reduce your income, your sales, your turnover, and that. So because your tax is calculated on your profit, not on your income, and that is calculated on your profit. So if you have the bigger your profit, the more tax you're going to pay. But obviously, we want profits. We don't want to lose all our money. We want profit.
There you
grow.
There you go. There you go. Oh, I think you've answered that person's question. Thank you very much for the questions, and we hope that did help you in identifying these particular areas. And again, if you need any more, help at all or information, there you go. You can contact Andrea and her company on the number that's on your screen.
And it's going to stay there for a little while, so you make sure you get it. Okay, make sure you get it.
The timing is incorrect. We do 8:30 to 5:30.
8:30.
8:30 to 5:30.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. She's going to do the correction.
8:30.
So in the meantime, so we're now going to talk what next. So, what are your plans for the future?
Okay. So we're currently setting up a training academy, and that for anyone that wants to be an accountant. So if you want to study AAT. And that, which is the Association of Accounting Technicians, Accounts Navigator, will be a training academy also. And then we're going to branch out into recruitment, so that if anybody then wants to hire a bookkeeper, an accountant, and that we'll be doing that as well. So we're just branching out a bit on what we do, because what we do now.
When do you perceive that to happen or start happening?
We're in the process. The tax accountants are currently doing teacher training at the moment. So we've paid for them to do teacher training because we want to be able to teach.
Brilliant. Paying it forward, as we call that, isn't it? Yeah, indeed.
And that, so we'll be branching out into that, but all under the Accounts Navigator umbrella. Because I want all bookkeepers and accountants to be as good as my bookkeepers and accountants. Because my team.
Good, and that's it. And just spreading the name out there, as well as educating others in the wonderful world of finance and accounting and management. That's that's really good.
So my question would be, in terms of collaboration and partnership, have you got any collaboration and partnerships working at the moment, or what's the situation?
I don't really have collaborations as such. I mean, I work with a lot of financial advisors, independent financial advisors, mortgage brokers, and that. So we work alongside them, for people to get mortgages and stuff like that. They need their accounts. A lot of people go to mortgage lenders and, financial advisors saying, "Oh, I need a mortgage," but they haven't got their accounts done. So, we work with them, and so we pass clients between us. And stuff like that. But I'm collaborating with BBR.
Brilliant.
And that. But literally, I mean, we've always just Accounts Navigator Associates has done their own thing, and our main aim is to build our clients, and that's what we do, rather than collaborating as such. It's about building our clients and helping their business grow, and that's what's important to us.
Good.
That's really good.
So what are the benefits and rewards for being a client of yours?
Okay, you ain't getting no late letters from HR. Because we are on you. We're on you. We're gonna make sure.
Believe me, it's true.
We're gonna file your paperwork on time, all the time. For us, it's about growing your business. And I keep saying this because that is our main aim. It's about the growth of your business. And so literally that is what we do. It's about helping you grow. And that's what we're going to do with your business. We're going to help you grow.
That is exactly, I would second that, because I'm going to keep saying it. 21st century, accounting management, which is helping everybody, whether it be entrepreneur, an existing business or a very large business. You're there to help them grow them further, looking at the different aspects as to where they can grow and helping them find those particular areas, whether it be staff, as you said before, when you were listing what you're able to do. Those are the areas that you really need, essentially, to help you on your way, whether it be holding your hand initially or just give you an idea or one that you're thinking of, and you think, okay, they can sit down with yourselves and speak. So that's the modern day, not just, oh, right, okay, we're coming up for the end of the year, I just need to find someone, for a couple of days, just for a couple of days to find my paperwork, and that's, put them back in the cupboard again. So no, that's really good. That's really good.
For us, it's always about, we have to do tax, and so we do that. And that you have to pay your taxes, so we're going to help make sure that you can do that. And that, but I mean, the main emphasis of Accounts Navigator Associate is, making sure that you have the time to concentrate on doing what you do best and leaving the accounting, which is what we do best. Let us get on with that. For you. And like I said, we are your accounts department. We're next door, and you can pick up that phone anytime and call us, and we've got all the answers for you. We'll sort all that out for you.
Well, I've got one other question for you. With the COVID happening, how did you circumnavigate that to continue what you do?
Say that again here.
With the volatility in the market and everyone starting a business and so on, COVID happening, everything's going on. How did you circumnavigate the issues, so that you can continue doing what you do?
Right, I would say accountancy is recession proof. I've gone through 2 recessions since I've started my business, and every time a recession came round, it grew. My business grew. And at that point, anyone in business needs as much information as they can get to stay afloat and continue their business. So literally, when it came to COVID and the pandemic, again, everybody needed their accountant. Accountants weren't out of work. Accountants couldn't stop working because every business does, with the furlough, with the BBL loans, everything. There was constantly things that you needed your accountant for. So for me, when it comes to crisis, accountants are always needed. We are a recession-proof business, and that, which I've learned going through 2 recessions, we're needed. Clients need us more.
Or even you get more clients starting up new businesses and need you more.
Exactly. And that's how it's always been. So 18 years in, that's what I've learned. Recession proof, and when there's a crisis, we're needed more than ever. And so we just make sure we're on hand for everybody that needs us.
Okay. Right. So in terms of the future, wherefore art thou? What do you see your business in 5 years?
Where do you see your business?
Where do you see your business in 5 years?
5 years, like I said, we would have our training academy attached to the accountancy practice, and we'd also have a recruitment consultancy attached to that. So that's what we're working on. That's our 5-year program at this moment in time, and that working on that. Accounts Navigator Associates will still be here, working for lots of clients and making sure that they prosper and they grow. And 5 years from now, that's what we'll definitely be doing, and that will still be here.
So,
love it.
With
definitely.
That, what do you see your legacy being?
What would you like your legacy to be? Yes.
My legacy.
Finally,
we like that question.
It gets them every time. Legacy.
My legacy.
I think he's going to answer that in the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll be answering that in the chat.
Yeah, because he needs to answer that one and come back to us.
I will do.
I mean, it's an important one because we'd like to see ourselves as really, when we keep saying, here at Black Business Recommendation, we're here for the long run. We're not just here just for the now. We want to keep on continuously highlighting and supporting as many businesses as we can and growing in that way. So the legacy in that would be, yes, Black Business recommendation is the support network, behind the whole of the diaspora, moving all of us forward, not just a few, all of us forward.
I think in terms of your business, when I say the word legacy, I'm thinking 150 years time from now, your building with Accounts Navigator is around the world.
Is still there.
Yeah? So you don't have to be there, as you're already trying to escape from it already. But that's what we're talking about, legacy, as in it's not when you decide, well, I've had enough, that it just stops there.
That's never been the plan. I mean, literally, I'm going to be the chairman I'm still going to be collecting, my way. I'm going to be living a very good retirement, and that because I've built the business in a way where it can just continue. And like I said, we've recently promoted one of our tax accountants to associate director, and she's in training to literally be the next one.
Good, wonderful.
And that. So
okay, that's lovely. Thank you. And it is a really big question. So it's not one sometimes that you can just say off the top of your head. But certainly if you do, and you think, you know what? Now I've thought about it, you can share it with us. I'm sure people
put it in the caption, and I bet you everyone will be watching. And I think the very last question: what advice would you give a new prospective client?
Okay, so literally, I would make contact with your accountant as soon as possible, because they're going to advise you about how to move forward. Do not go to your accountant after your first year is done. Because they cannot help and assist you with what you've already done. They want to guide you, so that you're doing things correctly from the off front, and then you're moving forward, doing the correct things, doing everything correctly. And that way you can reduce your tax liability, because we've been working on it through the whole year. No point coming to your accountant after month 12 has passed and asking for advice how you're going to reduce your tax, because you've already won that year and that. So I would say to any business, if you don't have an accountant, go and register and get yourself an accountant now, and that so that they can help guide you to move you forward.
Oh, wonderful.
That is wonderful. Wow. Thank you very much. How do you feel? Because this has been a long day. No, I mean, it's been a long day, but I think a productive one. Productive, absolutely.
Always productive. Always productive.
I feel that with my list of questions and your wonderful answers, I think people will get an idea. Well, get a very good idea of what it is that's required of them to promote their businesses, develop their businesses. So, we really do thank you, because not many people have, sat down and spoken to us about starting business and accountancy, which is a very important aspect of business. So thank you very much, Andrea, for doing that.
For taking the time out and for sharing those nuggets with us.
Absolutely.
That I am sure people have been saying, what? Didn't know that, didn't know this. It's all little bits and pieces just to get you moving forward in the right direction, connecting with really good businesses that are gonna, support and help you grow even further. So thank you very much.
Please make contact. They will literally. We've got so many brochures that we can be giving out in PDF or version or hard copy. We can send out to them. So people make contact, and we've got things that can help them, definitely.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for your time, Andrea. It's been a pleasure.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
And we won't leave it too long again next next time.
We'll be coming for a part 2 soon.
Yes, indeed.
Because we may look at a specialism and see how we can help people with that in that particular area. But up until then, thank you so much.
Thank you again. All right. And enjoy your evening. All right. God bless, my darling. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, well,
that was
people.
Lovely. That was lovely.
Accountancy. Now you know what you need to do. Exactly. If you're starting anew, you need to get an accountant.
Yeah.
I recommend, or we recommend, Black Business recommendation. Recommend, yeah. Accountant, yeah.
Accounts Navigator
Accounts
Associates
Navigator.
Limited.
Yeah,
Okay.
so remember that. Okay.
We'll be sharing the details, obviously, again with you, so that you know how to contact the company, and just give them a call and see whether or not it's a good fit and where they can help you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So that was again Andrea L. Richards from Accounts Navigator. All right.
Okay. So next week now we have a gentleman, Mr. Livingston Gilchrist, and his company is MLB
Yes.
Solutions UK, and we'll be interviewing him. And I'm sure you're going to find out that this gentleman has done a lot of work in the community, and we're looking forward to contacting and speaking to him. So, get your pens and papers ready, because this is another interview that we are very proud of. Okay.
Indeed. Okay, so that's next Monday, the 23rd. Same time, same place. Hopefully,
we're there
with no interruptions or anything. And you have a good week.
Have a good week.
Right. Take care now, everybody.
We'll see you soon. Blessings to you all.
Blessings to you all. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.